Using toTest native for Fabric is incredibly simple. Once you have the workload added to your tenant, you can just add a new item by clicking the new item, choose the test set. I'm going to call it the Extensibility Toolkit Gallery and just save the default location here. And then I'm going to start by adding a manual test. So I'm going to click Add Test here. I'm just going to give it a name here, Demo, and select the warehouse in this case. It also runs on lake houses or semantic models, but in this case I'm going to do warehouses. Here I'm going to select 1 and I'm going to expect the value to be 1. Here I'm going to select that it should be equal to. Here are the other logic types, and here are the other expected types that you could be testing for. And I'm going to go ahead and run the test to check that it's working, and it is, so I'm going to go ahead and save that test. Now I could run this test and use it in my pipelines as a normal check, but here's where the real magic happens, this add tests with AI. Here once again I'm going to select the warehouse as my data source, and here you can select the tables you'd like to have the AI run on. I'm going to just select the first two here for time saving sakes, and here you can also give an optional prompt. There's some predefined ones, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to click generate and let the AI run its magic. So once I click generate here, what's happening in the background is that the schema and a little bit of data was sent off to the AI, and it then analyzed the data and the schema and created these tests. Here you have business logic rules, uniqueness, completeness, and the tests also run over the whole table. So they also check against other tables like referential integrity, and also, for example, checking for unique keys and for business logic across the table based on the data that's inside the table itself. Here you can also see cross-table consistency is highlighted, so that's really important for us. And here you can see all the tests that are generated. I'm going to do the same again, but run on the semantic model in this case. And the semantic model obviously uses Power BI, uses DAX queries. Once again, you could just run over all of them and you have your predefined prompts. But I'm just going to go ahead and click generate. It once again retrieves the schema, sends a tiny bit of data to see what the data content is to make business value checks. And here it's going ahead and processing it, and here the first few tests have shown up. I'm going to go ahead and save those tests. And now you can also just run those tests. You can just run them like this, and then they run within the workload natively. But you can also use these tests directly in your pipelines so that you can actually validate actual work and perform actions such as sending a Teams message on error, or stopping a pipeline load, or sending an email, or reloading source data, or whatever your heart desires you can do with using the test set within your pipelines. Now you can go ahead and click on the results again, and you can sort them so you can see which ones failed right at the top. And now you can go through them and see the errors which happened here. In this case, validate the combination of order ID and product ID is unique, and there isn't in this case. A business rule was created. There you can see the values, and if you click on the little I, you can see the test that was executed and what was actually expected. Feel free to grab the trial from the Fabric store, and do not forget to reach out for a personalized demo if you'd like to see one. And you're of course welcome to simply reach out.